And we're live on This Degenerate Life.
What's going on? My name is Dylan Collins. I'm with your co-host,
Jake McCown.
Welcome to our fucking podcast.
You know, probably the first question we get is why I call it This Degenerate Life. And for one, I was flattered when NPR approached me to do this, a follow-on to their This American Life podcast. But This Degenerate Life, to me, like, I used to be a degenerate, for sure. Like, I used to just drink and gamble and chase pussy. But I just don't think degenerates get the respect and reverence that they deserve, you know? I mean, so I used to live in a house with my girlfriend, her mom, her sister, and I was an Uber driver. I feel like that's like the peak of me being a degenerate.
And here we are recording this podcast in my grandparents' house.
And Dylan is following in my footsteps.
Yeah, during a pandemic, not properly following the CDC guidelines of social distancing.
I feel like degenerates, too, there's like a difference between a degenerate that just drinks and like gets himself fucked up and gambles, and then there's like the pieces of shit. Fuck a piece of shit that, like, you know, is like a...
Name names.
Like, you know, like Mitch, for example.
Yeah, like Mitch.
He's just a piece of shit. Just kidding, Mitch. I know you'll be listening to this.
Yeah, he's like our one fucking listener, too.
Yeah.
That's what's fun. Mitch has really cleaned his shit up, though. I never really knew Mitch when he was like a hardcore alcoholic.
I don't either.
I've been around him, I think, a few times, but I was really drunk, too. His fucking uncle, though, the Adonis,
Yeah.
hammered at the open mics. Just, like, out of control, dude.
Right, yeah, no, he gets wild.
Dude, he's grabbing on girls, too.
He grabs them right by the pussy.
Yeah, when you're famous, they let you do it.
Yeah, it's true. That's so true, too. Like, that's part of the reason why we launched this podcast. Because I want to grab girls right by the pussy.
We'll get there. We'll get there someday.
Yep, one YouTube subscriber at a time.
Or wherever else we upload this. I think it's funny how podcasts always have to, like, tell you can find us on Stitcher, iHeartRadio. It's like we already know how to find your podcast. Like, we're already fucking listening to your podcast, stupid.
That's a great point, Dylan. Thanks for bringing that up. So Mitch could definitely have been a co-host of this if he was so cool and not sober. But he's not a degenerate anymore. He's like a good guy. And
I mean, allegedly. He also sleeps in his car sometimes.
That's like, he's like almost earning him a spot as the third co-host if he keeps sleeping in the car.
I mean, I don't know. You're like 2 or 3 beers away from staying the night on my grandparents' fucking couch. Or if I like you enough, I'll get the air mattress out for you.
So I'll be on the couch.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll see.
Well, I met your grandma. I went in for a handshake, and she straight up denied me.
Yeah, she's a delightful lady.
It's like, don't touch me. This is even before quarantine.
Oh, dude, they're so mad that you're over right now. They're fucking pissed.
Are they?
Oh, for sure. Like, if we get coronavirus, they're going to narrow it down to this fucking moment.
So how are you dealing with the coronavirus, by the way?
I mean, my life hasn't really changed much, except for, like, every comedy show ever's gotten canceled. Tonight was supposed to be the first day of the comedy festival, which was going to be the big room tonight with a bunch of people. I'll forget, like, at least one name, so I won't name any names. And we don't name the names on this podcast, right?
I mean, we can if we want to.
No disrespect.
No disrespect at all, ever. Even if we call you a piece of shit.
Especially then.
As far as, like, big comedy shows, where would this one ranked up to, like, one you're looking forward to?
The big room, this probably would have been, like, the biggest show of my life. I don't know how many people the big room holds. Like 400 or maybe more. I don't fucking know. But it sells out hella quick. DNA's puts on a great festival, and hopefully we'll fucking come back strong with another date or whatever.
All because someone wanted to eat a goddamn bat.
Yeah, all because somebody didn't fucking cook it right. Did they tempt that bat? Is that what happened?
Dude, I eat bat all the fucking time. I mean, only when I invite my Asian friends over do I eat bat, but...
I'll get my bat medium rare. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, have you subscribed it to any coronavirus conspiracy theories?
I don't know. Fucking have you?
I mean, I'm always, like, on the fringe of them. I love listening to them, but, like, one's, like, Tom Hanks is, like, actually... And Oprah Winfrey they're running a child sex ring, and this whole thing's, like, them trying to be avoided being arrested for child sex trafficking.
Imagine if, like, Tom Hanks had that much power where he was, like, gonna get busted for some shit, and he's like, just release the coronavirus outbreak.
The Illuminati's like, yo, we got you, Tom.
Everybody's grandparents are gonna die. They like all my old movies anyway. A little cough there.
Do what you got to do. I'll take a little flu, and I don't want to go down for this. Basically what happened. So that's one. There's others, like...
Yeah, my favorite one that I saw was that it came out in, like, a Chinese lab.
Yeah.
That one pissed me off.
You know, China thinks that we released it over there because we're already getting vaccines.
That's probably what their fucking government's telling everybody.
For sure.
I wonder how North Korea is dealing with this. Does North Korea even know about the coronavirus? Or is that the safest place to be in the world from coronavirus right now? North Korea, no one's fucking in or out.
That's a good point.
I bet North Korea has no fucking idea.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Like, we'd never know the numbers because I don't think they'd release it ever. But, like, no one's allowed in. No one's allowed out except for, like, the rich. Yeah, so I heard one of the signs that you can tell if you have the coronavirus or not is if you can't smell or taste the dick you're sucking.
Oh, yeah,
so,
is that true?
Yeah, that's true. True story. I saw it on The View. My girlfriend doesn't have coronavirus at all.
Which is good.
I make sure I test her daily, twice a day.
You don't wash very good?
No, of course not. You want to be able to make sure she has to be able to taste it.
Yeah.
And she can't taste it. Like, and I'm working on setting up a drive-through testing center. So
that's a great idea, actually.
I think so too. All the girls that need it, if they're scared,
yeah,
come by
in a time of need.
I'm here for you. I'm not just funny. Laughter isn't just the best medicine. I'm also here for you.
I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't call yourself a hero, but
no, I would. I would call myself a hero, and I think most other people would use that word too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would say it with the mouth full. I feel like that's what they're saying when they're gagging. Dillon just took a huge bong rip.
Right in the middle of my room. Just blew it everywhere. Yeah, I think pot's a good drug. I think we should smoke more pot. I hope my grandma doesn't listen to this. I don't think she knows how to listen to podcasts.
Yeah, probably not, dude. But also, she could definitely smell it, so
yeah. She
knows. What kind of TV watching you been getting in during this quarantine?
Well, there's been a lot of coronavirus news on at my house. I don't know if you met my grandparents really, but they're big.
They refuse to meet me.
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, they fucking hate you. It's not even the coronavirus either.
No, dude, they refuse to shake my hand like before the quarantine.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and shit. And I'll you ever watch those One Bite pizza reviews?
By the Barstool Sports guy?
Barstool Sports guy.
No, I never. I've seen it.
That guy's the best, dude. Fucking One Bite scores it. It's just, I don't know. It's so funny. He's just it's so crazy. Like, just sitting in my room, quarantined, watching a guy eat pizza, and being like, yeah, I'd probably be doing this even if there wasn't a quarantine.
Yeah, I like to think like I would be doing something great or amazing with my life, but honestly, like, not too much has changed. I'd definitely be in New York right now. I'd be doing comedy all the time. But
dude, it's crazy that right fucking now, it's like 7:10. I'd be at Sierra Nevada right now, probably nervous as shit about my set.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. Who knows what my set would have even been. I hadn't fucking really put much. We've been shut down for like a month now. Not quite a month, but pretty close.
How do you feel you're going to be when you first get back up on stage?
Hopefully a lot better. Honestly, hopefully this is a good thing for me.
So you think doing no stand-up at all is better for your stand-up?
I don't think it's the worst thing that could have happened. It's really not. I'm not like what opportunities and shit have I really lost out on and stuff. I feel bad for anybody that's like gone down to like try to get past at the punchline, and they're like, I don't know, if you get to be there for like fucking 52 weeks or some shit. They're like on week 51, and then like the quarantine hits, like all that time put in. Lost. Do
you have to be there for a year straight? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you gotta be. Well, you gotta be there like a lot, all the time. Fucking, I don't really. This is just what I'm told.
Yeah,
I'm not
down there every week.
Sorry, I went down one time, and I can see what dude. That is a brutal fucking thing to go through. Because at the Punchline in San Francisco on fucking Sunday, there had to be like 60 comedians there. There was hella comedians from Sacramento.
So you did go down to one.
Yeah, I did. Alfonso Portela hosted. Chad Opitz closed it out.
Alfonso Portela is like the Ellis Rodriguez lookalike.
He is. Or the Victor Cantu lookalike.
I'd never seen Victor Cantu.
Dude, so one time I was hanging out with Victor Cant, who comes to all the shows. Victor's like the fucking OG comedy fan in Chico. Or he's one of them. There's a few, but Alfonso Portela closed out. I don't know. I think it was Becky's show at the Maltese, and for whatever reason we ended up smoking weed over by like downtown on 3rd Street, like in front of where John Ross's old comedy club used to be. For some fucking reason, I think we were just drunk and stupid. That
was the alternative name for this podcast, Drunk and Stupid.
Oh, that would have been probably more accurate.
Keep going. This enthralling story.
Yeah, we're smoking weed and fucking Victor's trying to get Alfonso to like stay at his house. He's like, he's like, come on, man, just don't drive back down to Sacramento. Just stay on my fucking couch. I got a great pullout.
Pull-out game.
Yeah.
I won't get you pregnant. So did he stay?
Of course not.
We can joke, right? We can wrestle. We can pillow fight.
It sounds. I was like, can I come stay?
Are you booking more shows? And I'll definitely be over there.
For a free ticket, man.
We can figure out if I have the coronavirus.
Dude, if I got the coronavirus, I'd have to lie about it. Because people would like shame me.
It's like having an STD.
It kind of is.
Yeah, no, it's exactly like that, except for it kills you. Possibly.
Well, yeah.
I guess some STDs do that. Shout out Mike Magic Johnson.
If you got AIDS, would you want to be honest about it? Like, I wouldn't want anybody to know.
What would you do?
I don't know. Not
spread it?
Hopefully not. Hopefully find one person to fall in love with me.
Yeah, then like have sex with them. Be like, you might have it. Yeah. Do you love me?
Yeah.
If you love me, you'll stay.
Dude, if somebody has AIDS, is that an ultimate deal breaker? Probably.
Yeah. any STD, dude. To me.
Any STD.
I know people have like herpes and like they're like trying to break the stigma. Like that's like the liberal progressive way of like I want to break the stigma of having herpes. Like I don't do it, but I'm not fucking you. Like I'm glad you're upfront about it. I would never have sex with somebody that has knowingly STD.
I've had sex with somebody that has STD.
Did you get it?
I did not, but she had a really stinky pussy. And I was
that the STD name?
That was like sign number 1 of like I probably shouldn't be doing this. And it's like in my car, like in a fucking field, like north of town, like by the river or some shit. I dropped her off, and the next day or the next few days she texted me. She's like, I have something.
What you give me?
Yeah, she's like, I have to tell you something, and you're not gonna like it, which is like never a good text message to receive.
Yeah,
but I was like, there's no way that she knows she's pregnant, but she said that she had she's like chlamydia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, you should go get tested, and I went and got tested like immediately, and I tested negative for that and HIV. Shout out to me, not getting AIDS.
Yeah. Chlamydia, though, is like the common cold of STDs.
Is it?
Yeah. HIV being like the coronavirus.
Well, like everybody's got it.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people definitely had it. A lot more people that would care to admit it.
Gross. People are nasty, dude.
So she had a stinky pussy too, huh?
Yeah, well, it turned out to be a urinary tract infection, which explains the
stinky pussy?
Smelly pussy. Stink puss.
Were you like, is that why your pussy stinks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you say that?
Yeah, of course.
I like that, man.
Of course I did.
I respect that.
I mean, it's a lot to put somebody through. Like, you don't know. I know when my balls smell.
So one time, I was like a kid. I just played a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
Real sweaty. And this girl who like was like a friends with benefits type of thing was like down the road. She's like, let's hook up. I went over there right after my baseball game, like sweaty, didn't shower, and she started sucking my dick. I was like, ugh, like that. I've never had that response. She's like, ugh. I was like,
so what happened after that? Is that the end of the friends with benefits?
No, I mean, of course not. I fucked her many times after that, but she didn't have high self-esteem, I guess. I mean, neither did I, but
I know. It sounds like you needed to respect yourself.
Yeah.
More.
I mean, I won the game, so
player of the game, bitch.
That counts for something.
You got the game ball.
Yeah. It's good luck. It's bad luck to shower, so I don't want to do that. I think it definitely had something to do with me not really respecting her either, so I was a piece of shit back then. Like, I'm definitely not now.
No, not at all.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm glad you've changed.
Yeah, I was a degenerate back then. as a high schooler. What TV shows, by the way, have you been getting in?
I mean, I watch a lot of Rick and Morty. Waiting for that new season to come out with. But I don't want to be that fan that like wants to fucking tell everybody they like in Rick and Morty. It's one of those
There's
shows.
a lot of those for that show.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that has like that douchebag fan base.
It's true. Yeah, I watched a little bit when I was in Iraq, and the guy's like, "You actually have to be kind of smart to get these jokes."
It's like, no, you don't. You really fucking don't. You
No.
couldn't be. It couldn't be more fucking simple. You know.
It's true.
Like, what's that one episode? Keep summer safe. You gotta be really smart to understand this episode. You gotta be really stupid to fucking say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's a great show. Do you have any guilty pleasure shows?
Not really. I mean, I used to like Big Brother a lot, but that was like, I'd say that's a guilty pleasure show.
Yeah,
Like some fucking trash reality TV.
dude, I love trash reality shows. Big
Yeah.
Brother being the only one probably I don't like.
I watched Big Brother 8. That was like just that one season I was a huge fan of. And it was fucking wild. I'd recommend Big Brother 8.
I've never heard anyone refer to a reality TV show as wild.
Yeah, do you ever watch Hill Hauser? Like fucking NPR shit?
I mean, we're doing an NPR podcast right now.
Or like Bob Ross?
Bob Ross. Yeah. My guilty pleasure TV show is Love After Lockup. It's the best show. The best show. Like reality TV wise. Like they're all like felons, and they're like, okay, so there's one chick that's like really hot ish, and she's like a cam girl, and she has like 2 different prison boyfriends at the same time. She's really stupid too, like so stupid. It's
How many smart girls on there are there?
I mean, there's none. There's fucking none. And they're all so stupid. They all like, there's always like, there's at least a couple physical altercations per show. And they have to it's like Jerry Springer, like dating Jerry Springer kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's the best show I've ever seen. Trash wise.
They should get Joe Exotic's husband on there. Special edition.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
he's
yeah.
still married to that one guy. You know, Dillon. Shout out my boy Dillon.
Is it Dillon? What's his last name? Exotic?
yeah.
They I heard there's another new episode coming out Sunday.
Yeah,
Which I don't know when this thing's gonna drop, but
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be kind of shitty. Like the way that the show ended was fucking retarded. And what was up with the guy on the fucking jet ski? Like the guy that made no sense. That guy, he was not a fucking even a major character in the fucking show.
speaking of degenerates, that guy is like a hero. Like, what does he do? He just has money and he like owns a strip club, right?
Yeah, but that guy like snitched on fucking everybody. Like,
Hey, degenerates gotta take care of himself, you
fuck
know?
that, dude. They wanted to call it organized crime, but it was kind of organized crime because organized crime would have seen all of those other fucking people like they would have had to be in witness protection or some shit. Not like, oh, we're opening a new zoo
Yeah, they're not afraid. They're definitely not afraid of Joe Exotic, obviously.
or each other.
Retaliating. No, they're not afraid of that either.
Fucking Carol Baskin's the only one that's ever killed anybody.
Yeah, she's a real G, for sure. I feel like Jeff Lowe is a piece of shit, though.
Oh, anybody? You see how he wore his hat with the fucking inside of the brim like out? He wore his hat like a fucking juggalo.
How many STDs do you think that guy has?
He probably might have it, like Charlie Sheen level shit, probably.
Like HIV, but you know it's impressive though, like how old he is and the level of hotness of girl he's banging.
Yeah, because he has tigers.
That's what he said, right, in the show. You have a big cat, you get a little pussy.
Yeah, I'd rather have the cocaine, dude. I don't like tigers. I don't like. I would not be comfortable being around a fucking tiger. I don't give a shit how big or little. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the zoo. Don't invite me.
I hear you, dude. Dude, the zoo's like animal jail. Anyways, it's depressing as fuck to go to one.
I mean, I'll go see like elephants and shit, like cool animals, but I don't want to see like animals that can fucking murder or that want to murder me.
I mean, that elephant would probably murder the shit out of you too.
Yeah, I mean it could, but you could fucking ride on the back of those things if you wanted to. Is that animal abuse? What do you think PETA thinks about horseback riding, dude?
I don't know. I'm sure they're not excited about
I'm sure
it.
it really chaps their asses.
Yeah, definitely, literally and figuratively. Riding an elephant. Have you ever done that?
I don't know if I've ever even touched an elephant before.
I feel like you like to be able to like get like one of those wild beasts to be able to sit on them and walk in a circle. Like how many whippings does that elephant have to take?
Several, 1 or 2.
That's wild. Yeah, I definitely watched all of Joe Exotic. I watched Love Is Blind. It's fucking stupid. It's all retarded, man. But I love watching trash TV, like I said, though. So, like, they don't, like, see each other at all, right? For, like, 3 weeks. They're, like, getting engaged after 6 or 7 days of not seeing each other, like, talking to each other through Skype with no video. And, yeah, obviously, I think only one or maybe two of them worked out. But, like, the other, like, one of the relationships got back together out of like 5. So, it was retarded and a waste of time. But such is life when you're locked up. The coronavirus.
Hopefully this shit ends pretty soon. There's so many shows that I wanted to do, man. So much stand-up that this time we'll never get back. But fucking who cares, I guess. Doesn't really matter. That's like I'm worried about my stand-up dates, and like some people are actually like, dying and shit, and some people are just crying on Facebook about it.
A lot of people crying about it on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a really tough time to be white in America right now.
Anytime, dude.
Especially right now.
I mean, the only people that understand problems is people of color and gay people. They're the only people that get it. Which celebrity telling you to stay home has made you feel good about it?
Any of them. What about the ones that sang that John Lennon song?
That made me feel really good.
Yeah, I've never felt like more good. And I liked how some of them put a little twist on it, and then some of them just didn't even try at all. They were just like, imagine all the people. And like that was like their line, just like no singing or anything.
If I was one of those celebrities, I would like go all out, like knowing how much of the backlash you're gonna get. I'd be like on a Corvette, like my piles of money around me.
Yeah, just with your fucking dick out,
and singing this Imagine song to make the people feel better, the peasants.
The
peasants on Twitter, just to even like stoke the fire a little bit more, because they had to know, right?
Yeah, you're like a tiger cage, just like a Corvette. Imagine no possessions.
I know I couldn't.
Yeah, it isn't hard to do.
I the other day I saw this the guy who voiced I think the snowman on Frozen. He was crying. He made a video about him crying about the coronavirus, and that made me really sad.
Yeah, it was really touching. You actually showed it to me before we started this podcast. It really set a mellowing tone.
So what makes you feel better, like celebrities telling you to stay home and doing a good job while they're in their mansions, or celebrities crying in their mansions?
Really just when they're crying, and because it really makes them like relate to me, the common person.
How many takes do you think he took of him crying? Like, oh no, wait, that's not it.
I don't know.
He comes, pauses, and takes another take.
It reminds me of some fucking shit I've seen on my Facebook of fucking people that I know that. If I see you bitching about the coronavirus on Facebook, I'm like, kind of lose a little respect for you,
You know what's the worst? As I don't give a shit about people dying. Like, people die all the fucking time. It's being locked in your fucking house. Like, that shit blows.
I'm working at Safeway now, so I'm at Safeway every single day. Like, I'm working in a Starbucks inside of a Safeway. Do you know how insane that is? And then I see, like, stay home, and they're, like, telling me to wear a mask and shit. They gave me a mask, and it doesn't even fucking stay on my face.
Are you worried?
A little bit.
Are you?
Yeah, fucking, not really, but, like, kind of. Because, like, everybody, I see people coming in like, full fucking, like, face masks and all this crazy shit and, like, gloves and scrubs on and stuff. And I'm just in there with, like, no protective gear at all. I'll put gloves on. And then I'll be like, oh, look, I'm safe. They put, like, a piece of plexiglass in front of the register. Like, there's no protection.
It's retarded.
And I'm serving coffee, dude. Like, I'm steaming milk. Like, why the fuck are we even open?
You're essential, dude.
Yeah, I'm an essential worker. I don't hate it because I'm getting that essential worker little $2 extra an hour. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I don't hate that.
No, I wouldn't hate that either. I think this is all bullshit. Like, if I was president of the world, if I ran the Illuminati, I would make it so, like, the people that, like, are high risk, they stay home and they get catered to.
Yeah.
Everyone else can do what the fuck they want to do. If they want to risk it, then they can risk it.
What's fucking retarded is how, like, when Andrew Yang was running and he wanted to give everybody $1,000 a month, like, people would be like, no, we can't do that. There's no way the federal government can do that. And then this happens, and they just did it. They're like, yeah, we just did it. Like, they could just do that whenever they want. But, like, it took this.
No, you're right.
They could have just given us the money. Like, what are they fucking hoarding it for?
Have you gotten yours?
No.
Yeah. You know what's funny is my bills don't take a break at home.
Yeah, I'm fucking... I mean, I'm doing better now that I'm fucking got a job working at Safeway. So step up from unemployment.
I still have to, but like everyone that I have to pay money to hasn't taken a break from their job. Like they're still like calling me and emailing me, asking me when they're gonna get a payment. Yeah, I just before we started this podcast, I had a contractor texting me pictures.
Are they doing a better job now that they have more time on their hands? They're really putting in extra effort to...
Yeah, they really care about me when they're 1,500 miles away and never met me. That's how you know you're going to get a good job done is when someone's 1,500 miles away and they know you're not going to get out there anytime soon.
But how much do you really give a shit? Like, as long as it passes the...
I'm paying money, a lot of money.
As long as it passes the inspections, then you can rent it out.
It's already rented.
Isn't that all that it comes down to? As long as the cash flow is working.
I mean, yes and no. I'm not living in it, but I am paying fucking money for these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
To not complain.
Fucking piece
not
of shit.
sue me. Like, that's a big one. So, anyways.
Fucking slumlord over here.
I am a slumlord, which is awesome. I now own apartments where other degenerates live.
You ever just text them? Just to be like, where the fuck's my money?
Yes, several times, and I've only owned it for about 2 months, so
Everybody
twice.
flaking on your shit.
They're like, I'm like, is this going to be a problem? Like, yeah, it is kind of a problem. Like, I don't want to be that guy either. I just want them to fucking...
If you don't want to be that guy, you can outsource it.
I know
to
that.
me, I'm willing to do it.
Just people in Cleveland willing to do it too.
Oh, that's even better because they're there and they can come knock on their door.
It makes a lot more sense, yeah, than you doing it.
I'm still done to do it.
I had this. There's this really flamboyant guy that wanted to be my property manager. He was like, "Oh, yeah, Mr. Jake, call me Mr. Jake."
Yeah.
But he's like, "I can't leave, Mr. Jake. Do you still want me to be your property manager?" I'm like, "Well, no. We'll see you in the future." Okay, Mr. Jake. That was fun.
Did you like being talked to like that?
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's Sir King Jake
Yeah.
to you, peasant.
Big Daddy Jake.
Yeah, you will dress me with my full title.
He will undress you in his dreams.
I'm sure he does. You know, I'm sure he's already looked up my Facebook.
Mr. Jake.
I made a Facebook joke by changing my name to Jake Exotic,
I saw that.
and you can't change it for 60 days. And now I'm regretting that joke.
Yeah. Well, fucking now you look like a fucking idiot. Congratulations.
Now I'm just like commenting on things. I'm still Jake Exotic.
Yeah, I see that. And now you have to keep the picture like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't change it. The profile picture is of me and a baby bear cub.
Yeah, I see that.
Because that's my daddy's a wildlife biologist. My dad was Joe Exotic before Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
So what do you, moving out of this subject, what do you think stand-up's going to be like after this post?
I have no fucking
And is there going to be
idea.
a post-coronavirus life?
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm beginning to wonder.
What is the Illuminati's plan here?
Yeah, what the fuck? What do they want from us? I don't think that this shit is going to be over anytime soon. I bet we're into like fucking December or some shit by the time it's like actually back to normal. Like, I'm not like, why even be conservative about it? Be like trying to schedule shows and shit. I have a show scheduled in
Dylan loves talking about his shows that get canceled.
I do. I love talking. I just love talking about how much shows I've got going on. You know, killing it over here. But in May 21st, there's some shit that's supposed to go down in Chico. But are we gonna be able to do it? Is it ethical to do it? Are people gonna look at me like I'm a piece of shit? Do I give a fuck?
It's ethical from my standpoint.
I don't want to
I'll
be
tell
the
you that right
guy
now.
that infects like everybody with coronavirus. And most of all, I don't want to kill my grandparents.
You know what people should do if they don't want the coronavirus? Stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, stay the fuck home.
Yeah. After this coronavirus is over, I hope all these comics fucking stay the fuck home at the open mics.
I mean, as long as the Adonis is there, that's all I care about.
I'm looking forward to the end of this chapter of the Chico comedy scene, because some weird ass shit was going down at the end with like the hookah lounge fucking show going on, and fucking just I was doing all these other shows, and all just the open mics were fucking weird.
You're being vague. What do you mean?
I just like it just wasn't the same. When I started doing stand up in Chico, that was the best the scene ever was. Like the Maltese had their Monday mic, and it was fucking cracking. It was awesome. was packed out, and people were there to watch comedy. And Wednesday was good, but now those mics fucking blow. The Maltese blows. The studio fucking sucks usually. And then Phil's mic was going really fucking good, which was crazy.
The best Chico mic,
it
for
was
sure.
going way better, like 30 fucking people paying attention at the down low.
On a Monday.
Which was awesome. Hopefully that comes back. That's like the one thing that I want to come back.
So you want the shows to just kind of come back a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see, it'd be worth, like, going out for. You know, like, it sucks, like, when you do a bar show, and you're like, was that even worth my time?
Agreed. I mean, the only good things about some of these bar shows is, like, you recite your material in front of a mic. Here's the thing, though. You don't know if it's funny. You don't know if, like, what you said, if your punchlines are funny or hitting, because the crowd isn't paying attention at all. So it's like, how are you going to tweak your material unless you, like, make a judgment call on the spot or from a recording? Like, you can't know what hits and what doesn't a lot of the time at these open mics. That's my problem with, like, some of the open mics. It's like, I want to know, is it funny to other people besides myself?
That's what, like, out of all the things that Sacramento has going for it is really the comedy spot, having that open mic. Like regardless of any of the scene drama and all that shit, having that to be able to actually get, like, real fucking stage time, like, at an open mic is kind of unheard of. Like, an actual, like, a comedy club, like, doing an open mic like twice a week, that you can actually fucking tell your jokes to people, as long as you don't get fucked, you know, and put last, which will happen sometimes. But that's the part of doing it.
Yeah. No, agreed.
And even Stab has been better. Like, I've fucking had better experiences at Stab the last few times I've gone.
I am 2 beers deep and I gotta pee. Can we pause it?
Yeah, of course we can pause it.
Right there.
I gotcha.
And we're back. I just want to say I was admiring your Billy Big Mouth bass fish right over the toilet.
Yeah, you like that? It's right below the no dumping here sign. Violators will be prosecuted.
Too. I pressed the button.
Yeah, it didn't work, did it?
It turned around at me and started looking my dick up and down.
No music.
And say I'd bite that worm. Thought that was a little odd. That's not what I remember buying at Walmart years ago.
Oh man, yeah, I love that thing. I got that at a garage sale. I wonder where it was before in my bathroom. Final destination, my bathroom.
Yeah, sad life.
Yeah, it is a sad life.
Bass.
It is recycling.
So we were talking about the comedy spot in Sacramento comedy scene.
Oh yeah, and it's nice that you can there's some actually good mics that you can go, not just eat a dick at, and not even know if you're fucking good or not at a bar. Costanza's was a good mic. Remember how hard we ate a dick there though?
I mean, I don't ever eat dick, so
I fucking bombed, dude. I bombed hella hard at that mic, and it was funny because it was going really well, and there was, like, a lot of people. So that's never really a good time to bomb. That was like a true bomb, and the host fucking brought me up, and he was like, give us some extra energy. This guy's all the way from Chico, California. Give it up for Dylan Collins. Everybody was like, yeah. And then they saw me, and they were like, ugh.
Yeah, after I go off, they're like
the
host,
energy never came back.
The host is like, you guys were dark. Which
I didn't think we really were.
I don't think we are. I don't think I am either. I mean, I think the word for me is not a pussy.
And that was that right after the Laughs Unlimited, the Pro-Am?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember how the Pro-Am went. It probably went, like, okay-ish. I don't think, probably not that well.
It went okay, yeah. The next week you had the
next night.
Next night you had the comedy competition.
Yeah, where dude, I was really humbled to, like, even be accepted into that, because you never really know like what people think of your clip or, like, think of you or anything. So it's, like, nice to get on some shit like that, and got eliminated in the first round.
Do you know what place? Did you find out what place you found?
I have no idea. I wouldn't even care. I mean, obviously, if I had the option to know, I would definitely want to, but I would never, like, investigate. Like, I'm gonna hit up fucking Carlos or, like,
Jenny.
Yeah. Hey, well, I was just wondering. Oh, dude, she would tell me too. She'd probably or tell me, like, last. It certainly wasn't last. I didn't have the worst set, My set started out with fucking Ellis, fucking with the mic stand, and the microphone fell out and hit the floor.
That was probably on purpose. He should have kicked it at you too.
Yeah, he's like, you piece of shit. Fuck you. You shouldn't even be here.
Good fucking luck, bitch.
Oh my god, dude. That was so funny. Well, maybe we'll release the footage of that someday.
So that thing never finished, though. Obviously, right? The comedy competition.
It went one more week, and then they fucking shut it all down.
Then the Illuminati struck.
Yeah, they shut it down. It's too bad. I really think I had a chance to come back with that wild card spot.
Yeah, dude, you had it in the bag.
It was like without a doubt. Oh man, I was really hoping I would advance though. I knew I wouldn't, but in my heart, you know if you're gonna advance or not.
Right.
And Wendy had such a good set. She smashed her set really hard. It was kind of undeniable.
Yeah, she did. No, she did really well. When you were up there, even though I've heard your jokes a million times, like I was doing, and I suck at fake laughs.
Yeah. But you were doing your hardest, dude. I was looking right. I was like, oh, it must be going well. Yeah, you really drove home the point. Whatever though. Good times. There'll be more competitions and shit, dude. I'll be back down there. Someday I'll move to Sacramento. And it'll be with trying to get past at that club. Definitely in mind.
Yeah. Sacramento's like, it's New York, L.A., Sacramento, right? Like, that's how it goes?
I don't know about that. We'd probably put Chico in the mix at that point.
I mean, I heard, didn't Eddie Murphy get his start in Sacramento?
I don't know about Eddie Murphy. Maybe he did.
Is there any big name comics that got their name?
Aziz, not Aziz Ansari. That's kind of racist that I even said that.
Some other Indian guy.
Other Indian.
Some other Quickie Mart guy. Go ahead and just say that.
Hassan Minaj was out of Sacramento.
Okay.
And but there's a few like fucking. I'd say Kyrie Shabazz is pretty big at this point. If you're on Bill Burr's show.
Kyrie Shabazz is one of the funniest people.
Any of the ones that won the SF competition, or been competing. There's lots of national headliners out of Sacramento.
Right.
But not that even fucking makes a difference to me, like where I'm at and shit. Like I think it'd be a good spot to maybe elevate. Because getting past at that first club and then maybe getting past at another club or getting on some festivals and stuff.
What is your ultimate goal of comedy?
Really, I don't fucking know, man. My I guess like you because you start out and you don't even really know what you're getting yourself into. You know, you don't get into this shit with like a goal of like, oh, I'm gonna work 26 clubs 2 weekends a year and then I'll have all these other shows and all this like business plan and shit in mind. You like just start really just wanting to know the fucking comics, and you're like, and you just like want to be one of them, and eventually, you know, if you start doing it, you know everybody and you get booked on your first show and one thing leads to another. Everybody has their own fucking path to getting on like actual shows and shit. But right now, I'd like to be, you know, make enough money to just do comedy.
So do comedy to pay the bills.
Yeah, and I want to really expand with like some online other shit. But stand up comedy is really what I love. So that's making money doing stand up is what I'd like to do for the rest of my life.
I hear you, man. Yeah, I'd love to do. I don't think I'm ever gonna quit stand up. I might be that cross-eyed guy at the Maltese.
When I come back, dude, I don't know. I'm going to think about this shit a little bit harder. I'm not going to just put together some bullshit-ass shows. Dude,
I was going to tell you should think about it a little harder. Yeah. So I'm glad you said that.
Glad. Good looking out.
So what do you mean by that?
Like, just not throwing together shows for fucking no reason at all. Like, the Farm Star Pizza show, I love doing that show. It fucking is kind of not worth doing unless you really love stand-up. And I'll keep doing that show because I love that one. But I'm not going to try to acquire more of that, you know? That's a fun one to do, and I'll fucking keep doing that show. But
it's actually a really good strategic move for you, I think.
Is
Farm Star
doing Farm Star
for the whole reason of like making connections elsewhere.
Oh, it's no stress. I like being at the venues behind it, and they're not up my ass about anything, and they give us some pizza, except for Eve. You know, she doesn't get any.
Yeah, she shouldn't. She doesn't deserve it.
No, I actually told them the show that Nick and Eve were on. I was like, can you give me the pizzas after they leave? Because I don't want to share it with those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They eat bats.
Dude, I guarantee you Nick has probably thought about fucking, like, how can I cook bat?
How can I serve bat out of my food truck?
How fucking funny would that be?
Here's the thing, like I'll eat some, I'll try some strange
the Wuhan
things.
special. They
Yeah.
partnered up with the Drunken Dumpling guys. Get that on a bao bun.
What's the weirdest thing you've ate? Was it that stinky girl's pussy?
The weirdest thing I've ever ate, so speaking of fucking Nick and Eve, was
Eve's pussy.
Eve's pussy. No.
Nick's ass.
It was a pickled grape.
Pickled grape. How was that?
It tasted like a dumpster. It tasted like a trash can, like at a baseball game, you know?
Do you like dumpster or no?
Not really.
No.
No. It was worse than that girl's infected stinky pussy that I talked about earlier.
Did you eat her pussy, by the way?
No, of course
Okay.
not. No, fucking hell no. But you know when you're driving home and you're just gonna still smell it, and you're just like,
On you can smell it on you.
yeah.
Yeah. I definitely smelled pussy on me.
It's like if you go into a hoarder's house and you just have trash on you.
Yeah, my ex, her grandma was a hoarder, dude. Like, talking about the worst kind of hoarding ever. Like, she, like, it's like a path in, like, the most, like, crowded jungle you could imagine. Like, that's how her house looked. Like, a path to the bedroom, a path to the kitchen, and the kitchen was a disaster. It was disgusting. I'll never forget that. Not to derail your,
Oh, you didn't derail anything.
I would say the weird, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty open to trying things food-wise, but, I mean, I tried a gerbil down in Peru.
Did you? How was that? How did they cook it too?
It was
They like fillet it,
yeah. It's like kind of like served like a chicken.
like deep fry that shit.
Yeah, like
How
it's
how'd it taste?
not that great.
I wouldn't imagine so.
They have cages. I was staying at this like hotel in the middle of nowhere where there's also a restaurant, and like I looked out my window and there's cages of chickens, and then there's cages of it's not gerbil, it's guinea pig, which is almost the same thing, I guess, but guinea pigs are bigger. Anyways, those guinea pigs, they had cages of guinea pigs and cages of chickens. And it was years ago, 2011, but yeah, that wasn't that great to me. Oh, also I've had, in Argentina, I had a blood sausage from a cow.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was fucking disgusting.
I imagine so. I don't even know like what's in those, but I've seen pictures of them, and you know they look like a no-go to me.
They are no-go, for sure.
Like there's lots of drugs that I would try before I tried a blood sausage.
Like all the drugs?
pretty much all of them. Pretty much every single drug out there.
To each is their own, you know?
Yeah.
You like trying, I like trying guinea pigs. You like trying DMT.
Yeah. Give me some DMT, dude.
It's just all about the taste of the beholder.
Yeah. Have you even tried DMT?
I've not tried DMT.
You should try it.
As much as I've watched Joe Rogan, I haven't tried DMT yet.
Yeah, well, dude, Joe Rogan should be fucking, if
DMT's official sponsor.
if it ever becomes legal, he better be selling DMT.
Oh, definitely like what's his on it DMT, right?
Yeah.
Like if it becomes legal, which it won't ever, but yeah, on it would definitely be on it and
Yeah.
selling DMT.
Yeah, we're on it. I'd be on it too.
For sure. You got to at least try it once. I mean, I want to try it once.
I'd want to try it twice.
That would be number 2 for you, right? Next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was it like? Are you like woke now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm better than everybody else now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, have you ever done yoga?
Yes. And they hated me when I was in there.
Yeah. See, exactly. I bet it's one of those things, you know, it's just a fun drug to try. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah. I'll recommend that to my
Pairs-
friends and stuff and
Pairs well
family.
with alcohol, and
Were you drunk when you did it?
of course,
Okay.
not like wasted, but you know, like how else do you even get in a situation where you try DMT? Let's start like with a safe sober night. You're like, yeah, we were at the roller rink on
I think like
safe
the
sober
path
grad night. And
the path to
next thing we
DMT
knew-
is like you admitting like, okay, I want to go vegan, and then it's just like a slow road from there to
all of a sudden you're lighting your joints with hemp wick.
exactly like you're not showering or using all natural deodorant.
You just throw that powder on that they used in like fucking Vietnam to keep their balls and their feet from like fucking rotting away.
Exactly. Yeah, I know that. This is called baby powder. I've done that on my balls. Well, I mean, I think that's what you were talking about. Calcum, okay. Yeah, I definitely done some baby powder on my balls while I was in the military.
Yeah. I have just, you know, in my grandparents', you know, house just for the love of the game.
Have your grandparents ever thrown baby powder on your balls for you?
I bet they have.
But not that you remember.
Not that I remember. But
Not like recently.
Not recently. But
Okay.
I
So they wouldn't do me if I asked.
Dude, they don't even like you. They don't want to know you. They're honestly hoping that you leave through that window and that you never come back.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, like I can't blame them. Like I get it. You know, I came in through their garage door. You're like, you won't even open the front door for me. You had to open the garage door.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I was trying to fucking social distance you from them.
They still found me.
Yeah, well, that's what. My grandma, she's like, they want to be mad about social distancing, and then they're like all up in your shit. You know?
Yeah. We talked about the view behind your house, which was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I went for a handshake.
You should have gone for a hug.
I should have gone in for a hug. I was just about to say that. Like when she said no, I'm like, oh, you prefer hugs, and just got in for the hug immediately without her. What's she gonna do? She gonna beat me up?
Yeah.
She ain't gonna do shit, dude. I'll fucking hug her next time, dude.
Yeah, goodbye. Thanks for having me over. Appreciate it, folks.
So anything last notes you want to talk about?
Fucking just hopefully I don't kill my grandparents via steaming milk out of Starbucks. Some fucking dirty bum comes in, gives me coronavirus. What do they do? What are these bums doing? Is this gonna solve our homeless epidemic?
Dude, they're arresting them because they're not at home.
Yeah.
there's a shelter. There's a shelter and home order, and they're not following.
Yeah.
So they're arresting all of them.
Like they're exempt. They're like grandfathered in.
That's what I'm gonna say. You know, if I ever like get stopped, like I'm homeless, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. All you gotta do is start coughing if you get pulled over.
You know what? I thought about that. Like I thought that'd be funny. Like they actually do, but people are getting charged with terror, like being a terrorist.
Yeah, if you don't, this is not a time to fucking joke around.
No.
About this shit, dude.
Surprisingly, I don't think the cops have a good sense of humor.
I know it's crazy. You'd think during a pandemic, like a national emergency, they'd the joke. This would be the time for jokes.
You think when they take a job of arresting black people, they'd have a good sense of humor on them?
Yeah.
But they don't. Like they're like not. They don't enjoy a good joke at their expense.
Fucking assholes.
Like I also thought about grabbing one of their guns as a joke. You know, I gotcha. You weren't quick enough, but I don't think they'd find that funny either.
Have you seen? There was that girl that like was in Walmart and like licked like the entire like shelf of
ice cream.
No, not even. It was just way after the ice cream. She just licked like the deodorant rack. It was like give y'all coronavirus, you fucking bitches, and they fucking charged her with terrorism. Dude.
Yes, yeah.
She's going to prison. And I mean, rightly so, dude. Fuck her.
Yo, imagine her telling like her cellmates and people like what she's in for.
Oh, yeah, like, they'd be like, fucking lick this pussy now, bitch.
Oh, they're definitely like, oh, okay, keep talking, baby girl.
Yeah, we like where this is going.
What else you lick?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm in, for stabbing my husband. I stabbed that motherfucker.
Because he would lick my pussy.
Or crack or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I licked the deodorant. The deodorant holder at Walmart. Yeah. And then now I'm doing 25 years because I got charged with terrorism.
A life sentence.
That's insane. Yeah, I hope they throw the book at her.
Yeah.
I hope she like goes to Guantanamo.
They deport her.
I hope I hope she's in the cell with the guy who tried to like light a bomb in his shoe on the airplane. They're the same people. Who I hate more is her because he had like a reason. He had a purpose. She didn't. She just wanted to be an idiot.
She was trying to get TikTok followers.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like he had like a religious reason. Like he was willing to die. I guess she was too. But the point is,
I hope she got coronavirus.
That would be cool too. Yeah, that'd be great.
I hope Trump gets coronavirus.
He's not.
I know.
Dude, he's Superman.
Yeah, he's immune.
Speaking of degenerates, dude. I love him popping off at the reporters.
Did you see him comment on Tiger King?
Yeah, I did. He's gonna look into pardoning.
Yeah, one of the reporters was like, "Oh, what do you think about the lack of respirators in New York City?" And the next reporter was like, "What do you think about Tiger King?" And he's like, "I fucking love that shit." He's like, "That's my favorite show." And he's like, "Do you think I should pardon Joe Exotic? Should I pardon Joe Exotic? Maybe I will."
I like that move too. He like asked the reporters what they think he should do. Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the president, but I want to know what you say to do. Yeah, and I'll do it. Say it. Yeah. Say it. Should I lift
This is on you, CNN.
Should I lift the shelter-in-place order? I will do it if you tell me to do it.
Dude, if fucking Donald Trump pardons Joe Exotic,
Will he go down as the greatest president ever?
it would certainly raise my opinion of him.
From one reality star to the next.
Dude, if he promised, if that's the only issue that he ran on in 2020, I might vote for him.
That's like such like a high school or middle school like class president.
Biden wants
Promise.
to like clear like student debt and like give us all health care.
Yo,
Trump's like,
Biden don't know where the fuck he is, dude. And I feel like he's still gonna get he might win, but people are like, it's like this election's like, I'm voting against this person. I'm not voting for this person. I'm voting against this person.
and what sucks is 8 years of Biden compared to 4 years of Trump. I don't know what's worse. If we get 4 more years of Trump, we'll end up with like Super Obama. We'll probably get like Gavin Newsom or some shit, or to run.
Yeah, they're talking about Cuomo, right?
Yeah, dude, I want him to run. Have you seen his nipple rings? I'd vote for him. Just
That's a power move.
Dude, that is the ultimate, dude. Big dick in the cracker factory.
Like, talking about Joe Exotic said he had kinky sex. Andrew Cuomo, like having his nipples pierced and wearing a thin shirt on national television is,
dude, he's such
kinky
a boss.
sex, big dick energy.
That's who I want to be my president. That's my president.
He could be 2024. You never know.
Maybe. Who knows? I wanted the fucking Asian guy that was going to give us $1,000 a month. Remember I did the Andrew Yang fundraiser show?
Yeah, you did.
Good times.
You did do that.
Yeah.
And they took your money.
They took
And then
they took
folded
my
like
money.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You should have just been like, I know you're going to give me this $1,000, so I'm going to take this money now. And you can hold your $1,000 payments when you're president.
It was only like $130. All right. Well, I think we're about at our wits' end.
About the hour mark. I just want to say, I feel like we started off kind of rocky our first podcast, but we got better as the time went on, I think. And Mitch, that's a true story. I do hate you. You're a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, dude. Those jokes are all jokes, so don't take that personal.
Yeah. Shout out to our biggest follower, Mitch, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
To the Adonis, bro.
Yeah, to the Adonis, bro, not to us.
Yeah, fuck us. It's all about the Adonis, and we'll have him on soon.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see if he has any shows that he can book me for. Then we'll get him on.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.